Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we will be discussing on the sniper nerf which is available in the test server and see the stats and determine how bad will the snipers hit and if these changes will make sniping obsolete or not. This video will have two parts, this one where I will go over the balance changes and the next one where I will go over some of the proposed nerfs, which ones will be good or which ones will be worthwhile to be implemented for the game, and also do a comprehensive analysis of why snipers need to be nerfed. No amount of crying or being salty will change this fact. Snipers are really strong right now, and even people who are not sniper mains can pick up sniping and be good at it pretty quickly. That is for the next video however, but today let's look at the balance changes. The main change we got was the ADS speed nerf, and this is the ADS speeds of some of the snipers in the global version which all of us have right now, and these are the tested values from the test server. We have a difference of 2 frames or 33 milliseconds slower ADS speed, which will do nothing practically. I recently used 650 milliseconds ADS build, which is the slowest sniper build, and compared to our current max ADS snipers available in the global version, that build was slower by 333 milliseconds, which is twice as slow as the max ADS locust. Yet we could still hold our own. So such small changes to ADS won't have much of a practical difference, and snipers will continue maintaining their current reputation even in the next update when we get these changes. This was just the base ADS though. Here are the max ADS values, i.e. the fastest possible ADS builds between global versus test server, and we have a difference of 2 frames here as well. The 2 frames difference is the difference between the max ADS locust and the max ADS locust with stopping power in the global version currently. 2 frames or 33 milliseconds nerf isn't a big deal, and I quite didn't understand the backlash and the hate that was being spread around for such a small nerf. The next major nerf was the blank scope nerf, which allegedly got nerfed by 100%, so let's check it out. Here is our first sample from the test server where we hit the board at 5 meters to check the bullet deviation. As you can see, the bullets land very near to each other and we can easily kill an enemy in this range without even needing to open the scope fully for making an accurate shot. We can just open the scope slightly and get a kill. It's as easy as that, and since we only ADS slightly, we can defeat SMGs in close range faster than they can kill us, which is quite concerning as SMGs are supposed to dominate the close range. We also got samples from a farther distance and the results is still the same. We can get the kill in these distances with only slightly opening the scope. We also have samples hitting the targets with both DLQ and locust in the test server. Now, after looking at these samples, do you really think blank scope got 100% nerfed? And my answer to that is no. We have collected multiple samples from multiple people and we cannot conclusively say that blank scope got definitely nerfed. They might have done slight accuracy change like 100% versus 95%, but that is a very minimal change and we won't see any practical effects of it. Why, for giving the benefit of doubt, instead of saying blank scope is the same, I usually mention that blank scope is more or less the same. There might be some slight difference, but we can't conclusively see the changes practically. Quickly letting it out, do share this video around so that we can inform the community better, as there's a lot of misinformation being spread around with people thinking these changes will suddenly make snipers not worth using. So sharing this video around helps. The image I showed you earlier, which is being shared around by sniper mains with angry captions, was actually a community post by my good friend Pat, who is really cute and also a research team member with me. His post was regarding the Chinese COD Mobile test server and not the global test server. People took his words out of context and got angry and overreacted for nothing. ADS nerf for global test server is minimal and doesn't change anything, and blank scoping is more or less still the same. So what is this entire snipers got nerfed outrage about? Guys, I beg you, I plead to you, do not react aggressively to balance changes without testing the stats yourself or waiting for some of us to test it and make a community post about it. Because the truth is, these nerfs did not warrant the trash talking and the hate that was being spread around. And going back to the ADS speed values, these are the test server values we have, and these are the sniper values we had before the Gunsmith update. Credits to Hawk's Nest, of course. The test server values are similar to the pre-Gunsmith values, where DLQ was 450 milliseconds and Locust was 400 milliseconds. But pre-Gunsmith had much faster SMG ADS speeds and even for assault rifles, and snipers did not have the option to make their ADS speed faster either. DLQ, for example, was stuck at 450 milliseconds with no option for making the ADS speed faster. Compare this to the max ADS build, i.e. the fastest possible ADS speed, and DLQ is 350 milliseconds in the test server now. 100 milliseconds faster than the base, and also 100 milliseconds faster than the pre-Gunsmith values, while all of the other guns like SMGs and assault rifles etc. are slower in comparison now. The common DLQ attachments in pre-Gunsmith were the extended mag, the FMJ, and either the silencer or the stock, and that's it. The only attachment which improved the ADS speed was quick draw, which wasn't available for snipers. With Gunsmith we have multiple ADS boosting attachments, and we can even blank scope as well. We also did not have the concept of bullet spread accuracy back then, and MSMC could defeat snipers if we could control the recoil at range. Things were much harsher for snipers back then, but snipers were considered balanced. No one complained when we died to snipers because it needed skills to be good at it, and people relied mainly on quick scopes since blank scopes was much more inconsistent. And also take into consideration SMGs back then had much faster ADS speed. QQ9 took 100 milliseconds to ADS, and we could use the quick draw and make it even faster. QQ9 right now takes 216 milliseconds for base ADS. Compare the previous 450 milliseconds of DLQ with no option of making the ADS speed faster versus the current QQ9 with 100 milliseconds in pre-Gunsmith versus 216 milliseconds now, and we can clearly see the contrast between these values. Snipers got buffed and got improvements like consistent blank scopes and faster ADS speeds, while every other gun got nerfed with slower ADS speed and with concepts like bullet spread accuracy. Why we have this current scenario where they need to be nerfed as they are unbalanced. Anyway, I digress. This is content for the part 2 of this video, not this one. Apart from the ADS nerf, snipers also got Flinch to fire nerf, but we couldn't verify a consistent value since different people reported different stats. So instead of maybe giving wrong information, I just rather wait for the official release and test a better value since many people rely on these stats, and I don't want to give out misinformation. I will say one thing though, the Flinch to fire nerf is also around 2 frames, which isn't a huge nerf either, which suddenly makes snipers balanced. Snipers will continue to be meta, and these changes are very minimal and will change nothing. Apart from ADS changes, blank scope and Flinch to fire, we also got updates to the idle sway animation, and here are some side-by-side samples between the global versus test server. Test server has max ADS build, which makes the idle sway bad, while the global is with the base gun, and they are more or less the same. And test server has the max ADS speed build, by the way, so we were expecting to see more of a noticeable difference, but the nerf isn't a huge one in this department either. And one thing to note, we can cancel the idle sway animation by double tapping on the ADS button, which basically bypasses the idle sway animation. Idle sway has no effect on quickscoping as the animation takes some time to show up. Flinch also got a change, and flinch is only a concern at range, where when we are being shot, due to the smaller hitbox of the enemy, our aim will see more of a deviation. Otherwise in close range, the hitbox is larger and we can still get the one-shot kills even with flinch impacting our aim. Now the side-by-side samples may not prove much, so I normalized the samples, fixed their aspect ratio, and superimposed the samples to see how much of a difference we got. And well, we only have 2 pixel difference, which may as well be error when doing the normalization process. So we can say flinch is also more or less the same. Finally, movement speeds were also adjusted, and we maintain the same movement speed, but we have slower ADS movement now, and these are the new values. Those are all the changes we have seen in the test server and the stats we tested. A big thank you to everyone for sending their samples and helping with the testing process. This video is only possible due to them, and I only played a very minimal role. Thank you to everyone I mentioned in this video. Your efforts are greatly appreciated. Overall, going over the patch notes, ADS speed was not greatly increased as it was only increased by 2 frames, which won't make much of a difference. And the max ADS builds also have 2 frames difference and still pretty fast in comparison to the other guns. Sprint to fire is also around 2 frames, but we will need to verify it when the official official update is announced, as we did not get consistent results. And Flinch is more or less the same between these versions. The improved recoil control wasn't really a concern with bolt action snipers like the LQ, so this buff wasn't really needed, but helpful for snipers like the Arctic or the M21 EBR, etc. The dynamic hipfire is what we call blank scoping, and it is still more or less the same, and the nerf did nothing practically to it. Finally, they did indeed adjust the ADS movement speed, but the movement speed is still the same. So overall, how good or bad are these sniper changes? Honestly, these changes will do nothing to change the snipers being OP. If we are to take examples from the pre-Gunsmith, make the overall ADS for other guns faster and adjust the sniper max ADS by either making the base ADS slower or nerfing the attachments so the faster sniper builds are balanced in comparison to the other guns. The blank scope will still need more of an accuracy nerf and we should be good to go. I will explain more in the second part of this video why snipers are OP and go over a blueprint for balancing them, as well as discuss some of the common ideas people share regarding the sniper nerf. That will be pretty much it for today. Do share this video around, that is the only thing I ask, as the more people are informed, the less chances false news will spread around. I hope you liked it, and don't forget to leave a like and comment something nice to help support the video. And like I said earlier, people are still mad about snipers being nerfed, so do share this video around to spread awareness and make the community more informed. I will see you soon in the next one. Till then, take care guys, and bye.